Oh, hold on. There. We're about to get rolling again. We've got they opened the river. Well, the last of the river's been open, but they last of the southbounders. So I guess they haven't put an announcement out actually. But here's what we got. Let me get this. All right, we've got our. It's 151. But the last of the southbounders, that Paul Tobin, I think, where's he at? Right there. He's right there. That boat to last of southbounders, we can already see all these northbounders taking off up through here, through there. Then all of them down through here, all these boats. As soon as that boat clears, they're all taking off. They're just strung out through there. And then we're down here. That Legacy's gonna get up. He's gonna get up there, I think, right there. And then us right here, and so we're fixing to blast off shortly. I just had that on for there. I thought it was easier. It's a little easier for me to do the live streams than doing the videos, but then there's limitations on the shakiness and stuff. But we've been sitting here for a while, over 24 hours. I can't even remember when we got here, but we're fixing to take off, and this area will clear out pretty quick once we get going, because we'll all take off in a procession, then it starts separating. The faster boats will get out in front, and it works out pretty good for the most part. There'll be some tempers here and there, and some guys will get smart on the radio, but for the most part, everybody's really professional and knows what we're doing. And everybody's trying to make miles and get up the river as quick as we possibly can, but also we understand that we're dealing with each other. And it's actually pretty impressive when you see it all going. It can be a cluster. It can seem like a clusterfuck a lot of the time, but for the most part, it's handled all right. It matters a lot of times on the area where we are and what we got going. This area here seems to be going to clear out all right. And there's another shutdown down there at Vicksburg, another boat run aground down there on the turn. So they've got that where it had just cleared and we got through it. It's shut down again. So hopefully everything will stay clear. But this river, like it is, the low river, that lighting's terrible. With the low river that we've got now, it's just, it's just kind of, once everybody gets rolling, we kind of all stay in the same track line. Everybody stays in the same area, and we keep rolling. Information's passed on. Everybody's passing on information back and forth out here. That's the thing. We work for different companies, but really when you're on the boats, we're working together. We're all trying to get up the river as quickly as possible and move this product. But, it's, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with my peers. I've always been impressed with my peers out here. That's about it. I just kind of wanted to document a little bit of the process that we've got out here, and real time. It's not a lot of not driving all the time. I like it to be, but this low water, that's what it's making. It's like this low water, it's slowing everything. It's slowing everything up. So that's what we're dealing with. Everything just slows up. Clogs up everything, costs money. That's what we're dealing with. And yeah, dealing with the extremes, the high water, and then droughts. So yeah, the extremes seem to be getting a little bit more. I've noticed some folks asking about that. We've got low water getting down to record lows 2 years in a row. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, figured I'd document a little bit, just a little quick video. Like I said, the live stream's a little bit easier for me to do instead of worrying about uploading. But it's shaky and it's got limitations. We'll get underway. I think we ought to make pretty good speed up through here. Everybody taking off. And yeah, everybody, as far as I heard somebody ask about how with the spacing, how far you need to be, that's so subjective, man. I mean, that's just, it matters a lot on, we try to I don't get right on somebody's stern where they have to stop or something. They lose an engine where I'm right on top of them. And especially northbound, it's not that much of an issue. Southbound, you give a little more space, definitely. Northbound, it's not that much an issue because you just knock it out of gear and you stop. But just paying attention to the boats in front of you, and everybody kind of, the speed sorts out the lineup actually. Faster boats, everybody lets, if somebody's behind you, they get around, and that's kind of the way it goes. The speed of the vessels kind of is laid out how everybody gets stopped, because the faster vessels are out front. But yeah, a lot of staring at screens, I know that. But this is the advantage that we have. Back in the day, when I first started, we just had radar and radio communication and paper charts, and you had to trust, knowing all this stuff, where these boats were. It was relaying it. I mean, it was we knew everything where everybody was just by communication. I'm at so and so, or I'm at this plot, or I'm at this spot making this speed. And even that before the GPS. I remember before GPS when we were you had to figure your speed by day boards. You go by a day board and then time it when you come by the next one, and your mileage, and then do the math on it. I tell you what, some of these old towboaters, I knew some old illiterate towboaters, but they were hella mathematicians when it come to figuring ETAs. And then there was always the issue of the guys that would bullshit and tell you they were one spot when they're actually not. You'd have, basically what that means is there would be a guy, say up here, saying that he was get close to the turn when he would actually be, a mile or two away from it, and he didn't want you trying to shove up in a turn on him. That's not it. That took all that. There was some guys that were some specialists at shoving up in turns on you. Nowadays, you can see where they're at, so it takes all the guesswork out of it and all the bullshit out of it too. Because there was, I'm not going to say names or companies, but there was known for sure some wheelmen that would shove up in some holes on you. They was always trying to make them miles. I was one of them too, so. But it's a lot of respect, man. It really is. Like I said, you can tell if there's a little hot-headed guys are disrespectful, or somebody's kind of out of turn or whatever. They're usually the young guys, man. I mean, that's all it is. It's usually younger guys that just don't know any better, because the guys that have been out here doing it a long time, there's a professionalism of driving these boats. You'd see some of these guys on the street or anywhere else, and you would think that guy does not look or sound professional. But then you see them at work, and it's really impressive. Well, I say guys, I'm the same way. There's a lot of folks can't believe that I'm serious or professional about anything. Back home. Anyway, kind of cool. Just rambling. All right, that's what we got. Fixing to get rolling shortly. We'll be out of here. Man, we've been here for a minute. Some boats behind us. Riverbank, right here below Goodrich. We're in between Vicksburg and Lake Providence area. So, no, won't be long.